peace in the streets. And now, here's 11 Alive's Kara Spelger.
Let us as a community come together to stand as men and women that are now saying no more. A desperate cry for an
Okay, so look, let me say this, because I'm looking at the news, and what I'm seeing on the news is I see righteous people trying to do righteous things for awesome movements. You have 14 kids or teens to get shot within the last 12 hours, last 24 hours. From 9 kids getting shot in Columbus, Georgia. 3 people got shot on Beaufort Highway. And I guess 2 people got shot on Lee Street. They got a lot of people out here. They got the Nation of Islam out here. You got different organizations. And it's just an epidemic everywhere. Like, it's so easy to get shot right now. I wish that us getting together and screaming on mics would stop people from getting shot. I wish that us marching and crying and letting balloons go, I wish all that would stop us from killing each other. But it's not. I don't care how many marches you have, how many peace rallies you have. If it worked, it would be working. It did not. It will not. Here's my solution. From the get-go, I mean from when this child is born, when children are born, what you got to start doing is this. You got to start exercising emotional intelligence. It has to be a part of the curriculum at our schools. It has to be what you preaching at church. It got to be a part of your basketball, all of your extracurricular activities. You got to be pushing the elements of emotional intelligence. Because as much as we have these t-shirts and these rallies, nothing is actually teaching the people how to react in a way that is non-violent. We say we want to do all this stuff, but we're not instituting anything. We're not, even when people go to jail or people go and they get on probation or they go to prison, even then, they're not required to consume anything that will actually reduce the probability of them shooting or getting shot. What we do have is propaganda, music, movies. I dare you to go to the television and watch it for 30 minutes and not see a black person doing something to another black person violently. I dare you to listen to any radio station, any urban radio station in Atlanta. I don't know what's going on in your city, so I'm just speaking on what's going on here. But I'm going to assume it's the same thing. I dare you to listen to the radio for more than 3 songs and not hear a black person kill another black person. When it really becomes an issue, then I think that people will begin to start focusing in on things that really matter. Right now, we just focus in on hashtags and saying that it's too much and not here, not this one, not that one. Don't kill that person. When it all boils down to it, if you don't teach a person how to react to something that you know is going to happen to them, then you're not properly preparing that person to succeed. Thus, not preparing that person to not shoot the club up. It's just that simple. If you don't teach a person how to conduct and carry themselves from a place of strength and of a place of emotional intelligence where they're having to utilize empathy and understanding what motivates them, understanding what makes them click emotionally, then you'll continue to have these rallies. You'll continue to have these deaths. Right now, they just made 10 songs. They just dropped 10 songs with black people killing black people. And I am not talking about on exclusive places. I'm talking about on your radio station that you cut on right now. I turned to look at a movie this morning. The name of this movie was whatever the King, Lady King or whatever. And I had heard it was a good movie. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes of it because what I saw was this. I saw black people killing other black people. And I was like, well, this is it. I mean, this is what I'm seeing. I didn't look at the storyline. I didn't pay attention to nothing that. Anytime you have black people killing black people, people of color, people killing people of color or causing violence on each other, the only thing you're doing is adding to what the misunderstanding is from the get-go. So all this marching and we believe in this, and the issue is the things that we have collected as being the norm, and it's being the norm, and I'm trying not to cuss, but it is ridiculous as what we expect to take place. It's like pushing hate, self-hate, violence, war, suicide to one degree or another. But then on the next note, when somebody actually utilize some of this propaganda and nonsense you push upon them, we want to march and be like, no, not my baby. Yeah, your baby, my baby, our babies. Until you cut that shit at the throat, the same thing is going to continue to happen. It's just it'll be another hashtag next week. I'm so sorry to say that, but until you alter the way in which we interact with each other, it's going to continue to take place. And now they don't even have to push their propaganda on them. We take the propaganda, we put it around our necks. We drill, we kill. We don't give about each other, man. So until that take place, man, until it's actually some real emotional elements that allow us to focus in on the trauma and address that trauma from the get-go, because some of these people have grown up, they're going to die out. I'm just being honest. And you can see that. Some of them, they'll age out of that mindset. But for the most part, you got to focus in on those kids that's about to this entering the world. Focus in on them, allow it to be the norm so you can bring up peace. It's my 2 cents.